Hey, what's up you guys, Mr. Awesome here. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that massive Super Mario 35th anniversary rumor. There's been a couple sources that talked about this rumor. One of the sources that broke this rumor is Video Games Chronicle, and it says Nintendo has big plans for the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. It mentions the thing we've all dreamed of collectively as Mario fans, and that's like a Super Mario All-Stars remaster, but for the Super Mario 3D games like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxies, and it looks like it might come to fruition. To me, I'm a huge Mario fan. I grew up with Mario since I was practically a baby. My favorite game is Super Mario World, and I think it'll be my favorite game till the end of time. My second favorite Mario game is Super Mario 64, and if you clicked on this video, you know we're gonna talk about some Super Mario 64. So before we continue, this is gonna be like a series of videos talking about what would make the remaster of each game really good. And in this video, obviously we're gonna talk about Super Mario 64. The next video, we're gonna talk about Super Mario Sunshine and how much help that game needs. So if you guys like Super Mario Brothers content, make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna celebrate this Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary the best way I can, and if making videos and live streams here on YouTube is one of the ways I can contribute towards the hype of the anniversary, well, you're damn right we're gonna do it. So subscribe, turn on those notifications. Before we get into like Super Mario Bros. Remaster stuff, let's just talk about a little history. Super Mario 64 was literally the definition between the jump from 2D to 3D. This was a time, 1996, where games weren't really 3D. The Nintendo 64 just launched. Games before that were all 2D. They were all side scrollers. You know, they weren't all side scrollers, but they were all in 2D in terms of like sprites. You know, nothing was really like 3D models or anything up until like Super Mario 64 revolutionized 3D gameplay, the camera control, all that fun stuff. Super Mario 64 will go down. Well, it has gone down as the game that's literally brought us into the third dimension. I used to play Super Mario 64 as a kid a lot, practically every day. This game came out in 1996. I was born in 1996. Me and this game were practically the same age. We're both 23 years old, and we both need a good revamping and remasters in our life. You know, now that almost 24 years have passed, I think the game needs a remaster, and it deserves it. It's Super Mario 64, man. The gameplay, you know, kind of needs some tweaking. I'm a little nostalgia blind when it comes to Super Mario 64, so it needs the proper treatment that it deserves. And without further ado, we're going to talk about what a remaster needs. And not any old remaster, an ultimate remaster, because Super Mario 64, man, come on. That's just the coup de grace initial 3D games. Alright, so let's be real. Super Mario 64 needs a high definition update. You know, getting the game and stretching it out into a 16:9 ratio isn't gonna cut it. Do you see these trees in this field? This is literally a PNG over here. We need actual trees. If anything, we need this. What's this on screen? We need it right now. Shout out to Sony for making this. Just look at this, man. This is comparable to Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it's using the Super Mario Odyssey graphics, but hey, might as well use it. You know, like I want this game this year. I don't want to play this game next year. So if Nintendo could do anything, they can pull a Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and reuse the graphics from Super Mario Odyssey into Super Mario 64. I personally wouldn't be bothered. Super Mario Odyssey has phenomenal graphics. It honestly fits well, and I mean, like, the castle was already created in Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, might as well just port that over into Super Mario 64 and make it a little bit better, you know? And just imagine the Mario face from Super Mario 64 in HD, just like how it is in this gameplay. Like, imagine you could stretch all the features out. It'd be pretty dope. It needs the updated visuals, because come on, man. This isn't cutting it anymore, man. It looks good, you know, but it could be a lot better. In addition, the HUDs and the menus in Super Mario 64, while yes, they're nostalgic and amazing, are a product of its time. I'm pretty sure Nintendo could make a better menu and a better HUD for Super Mario 64 and a better Star Select screen. Again, in terms of HUD visuals, we can use an updated Mario icon for the lives, an updated icons, updated font, like, you know those signposts outside? Yeah, that text box isn't gonna cut it, so give me better graphics overall. Just give me what Odyssey gave me, please. So moving on into music, yo, the music in Super Mario 64 is beautiful. Beautiful, I don't even think that's a term I can use. Masterpieces at that. This game has masterpieces of tracks. Bob-Omb Battlefield, the Castle Walls theme, the flying theme, oh my god, there's the slide theme. Woo, there's so much like this game, bro, I can be walking down the street and I can hear this game and I'll be like, yo, that's Super Mario 64, this is some good music. This is music that literally throws us back in time. And speaking of throwbacks, imagine if all the music in Super Mario 64 got remade like the Galaxy one from Womb's Fortress did in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Just listen to how good Womb's Fortress sounds, and imagine if the rest of the Super Mario 64 original soundtrack sounded the same way, but if not better. Honestly, man, as I was scripting this video, even though it doesn't sound scripted, I was listening to a lot of this Throwback Galaxy track, and it's really good. We could get a whole-on orchestra. God, the possibilities are endless. Imagine we get like little variations of different tracks, you know, one for Bob-Omb Battlefield, we get like a little Bomb remix to it. One for Womb's Fortress, we get a little Womp remix to it. It could be a little differentiating, a little bit different. It's just that, dude, I really love Super Mario 64's music. Like Jolly Roger Bay's music, oh my god, that music. Have you listened to remix to it? Here, let me put this one on screen, on the video, so you can listen to it real quick. Beautiful, ain't she? Moving on to the most important part of any Mario game is the gameplay. If you ask me, I want to keep the Super Mario 64 remastered gameplay the Nintendo 64 way, as opposed to the Nintendo DS version, because, yeah, don't get me wrong, Super Mario 64 DS, I mean, the remake wasn't bad by any means, but comparing it to Super Mario 64, just it's night and day. Super Mario 64, you don't have to run. You have the full analog control. And if anything, just make it just like Odyssey, man. Just nix out Cappy, add punching and kicking. Literally, just give me what Odyssey gave me with the punching and kicking and no Cappy. Cappy could be a bonus thing for all I care. Please, I beg of you, Nintendo, don't add the run button. Maybe multiple characters, maybe. Personally, I wouldn't want it because I didn't like how differentiated everyone felt. Like Mario can blow up into a balloon and fly, and Luigi can only turn invisible, Wario can only turn metal, and Yoshi, he threw fire. I didn't like that. I liked Super Mario 64 better because it was just only Mario, and you can honestly mix and match the power-ups. You can get the invisible and the metal cap in one level. It was a good fusion power-up, and you don't really see that in Mario games, and I want this to be as genuine to the original as possible. And I'm gonna be honest, the characters kind of felt like filler. They just kind of felt like, hey, we're gonna just pad the game time, make a few levels based around them. Just filler, man. Honestly, I could have done without playing as Yoshi in the beginning. That was really unnecessary. Wario felt shoehorned in. If anything, just keep it Mario, and we don't have to add anything. I mean, you can add multiple characters, just let them all play the same. But the one thing I do want to take from the DS version, though, is the levels and the concepts. Because Super Mario 64 DS had some concepts that carried over to Super Mario Galaxy. It had some really cool levels. It had some really cool boss fights, too. The Goomba King, the other King Boo fight. Or not King Boo, the Big Boo, whatever Boo it was, some Big Boo. It had original bosses, it had original levels, it had original areas too, now that I remember. It did have the minigames. Minigames could be nixed as well, I don't really care about that. I'd rather just focus on Super Mario 64 as a whole. One thing it should really have is when Mario gets the Power Star, please don't boot him out the level when you collect the star. Keep it like Super Mario Odyssey, keep it like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, where you grab the star, you stay in the level. If anything, yeah, that added more gameplay time, to Super Mario 64 when you got booted out to level just to come back in. If anything, you could do like Super Mario Odyssey. They just throw a little movie, play a little cutscene, make it more story oriented. Like, just make everything in the world just feel like it's all one cohesive story. Where, for example, you come in Bob-Omb Battlefield, everyone's freaking out in the battlefield, all the pink Bob-Ombs, because the King Bob-Omb is over there wilding out, throwing cannons, so everyone's just in despair. You know, you go save them, you beat the boss, you come back, you know, Koopa the Quick is there, he's waiting for you as a congratulations, he wants to challenge you, and so on and so forth. You just make it all one cohesive story per world. I feel like it'll tie in these quote-unquote loose ends between each star, because I wouldn't want this remaster to come out and you get booted out just to come back into the painting. Just make this all one smooth experience. Trust me, I know Nintendo can do it. They did it for Odyssey. They can do it for Super Mario 64 as well. Please keep the star selection screen, because come on, it's a star selection screen. Without that, what are we getting ourselves into? You're jumping into a painting, into a world. Make me choose the star I want, please, and then, you know, let me go into the world. In order to mitigate some changes in these levels, because let's be honest, like I mentioned before, getting booted out the levels really added more gameplay time. Just add more stars to make the gameplay longer, and don't pull a Super Mario Odyssey and throw meaningless moons and stuff like that. Don't do that. Like, put more tasks, like something akin to the 100 coin challenge. What if there's a green demon star? You know, what if, you know, stuff like that. Nintendo, you guys are smart. You guys could add levels like this. What would be pretty cool is, again, taking another page from the Super Mario Odyssey book, is making Koopa the Quick races per world and making them more levels, like more stars. That way you can race Koopa the Quick 3 times. One could be the big one, and the other ones could be the little ones from Super Mario Odyssey. Let's be real, because most of us have played Super Mario 64 a lot, so we all know the shortcuts, and, you know, racing Koopa the Quick isn't as challenging as it once was when we were younger. And speaking of races, implement a better camera system, because, you know, the one from 1996 wasn't that bad, in my eyes at least, but it can obviously be better. It could be way better than what it is currently. Give me full camera control. There's no more C buttons. There's a C stick now. There's a secondary stick. Give me that full 360 control. Give me that Odyssey camera. Odyssey's camera was pretty good. I really liked it. If there's any more stuff I would add to Super Mario 64, is honestly more cutscenes, because cutscenes really make a game feel more immersive and cohesive in it. I would obviously make more levels, more worlds, more paintings to go in. Things that were cut, because apparently there was a lot of levels that were cut for Super Mario 64. Throw them back in, man. That'll make for a better gameplay experience. Just obviously keep out the filler. I don't want this to be a Super Mario 64 DS2, because, like I mentioned before, I didn't really like the characters. They just added nonsense filler to them. So yeah, that's what I mostly expect or want from a Super Mario 64 remaster or remake or whatever it falls under. I'm going to call it a remaster, because Super Mario 64 is a legendary game, and we should all literally be praising this game till the end of time. Because of this game, we have what we have today. And I'm tired of seeing people say, oh, but so-and-so, like Super Mario Sunshine is better because the controls are more defined. Yeah, the controls are more defined, but not to start a debate, but Super Mario 64 is a better game. So I don't want to hear people saying the controls are dated, because, let's be real, they're not that bad, but they can be better. And some background with me, I 100%ed Super Mario 64 on my channel within the live streaming aspect of YouTube. And I feel like after playing this game for so much, I'm used to the awkward camera. And to me, it's not all perfect. It's certainly not broken. You know, it does the job. It does it pretty good. Just make it better, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, this is something new I tried. I really am passionate about Super Mario Brothers, and as the series as a whole, I really do enjoy that series. If you guys can't tell from my videos in my channel, majority of them are Mario. So if you guys are a Mario fan just like I am, please subscribe. I can't wait to make more videos. I can't wait to see these games be announced. Can't wait to show you guys my reaction. Like, oh my god. I'm even thinking about buying this game physically and digitally just because it's Mario, you know? Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe for more Super Mario Remastered content. I'll see you guys in the next Super Mario Sunshine video, because that game needs a lot of work. It's not a bad game, and it's arguable that's the worst Mario game, but you know. Until then, stay golden. Bye.